right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Tonight, the end of a Cardinals era. We take you inside the locker room after the season-ending loss to the Phillies.
We're enjoying the fall warm-up, how long it'll last, and when we'll see some much-needed rain.
And our top story tonight, the home to a family of 5 destroyed by fire.
Waiting until the emergency to plan that escape and to have that escape plan and know your way out of the house is not the right answer.
Now firefighters focus on a message to keep you and your family safe. Good evening, I'm Ann Allred. Mike has the night off. Tonight, a St. Charles family is without a home. Investigators are still trying to figure out a cause. 5 on your side's Laura Barczewski talked with Central County Fire Rescue tonight. Laura.
Central County Fire Rescue says the fire had almost consumed the entire house before they arrived. The family's tragedy happened on the first day of National Fire Prevention Week. Central County Fire Rescue says a neighbor called 911 around 10:45 Sunday morning saying their neighbor's house on Fort Sumter Way was engulfed in flames.
For the most part, once we realized that the first floor was almost completely burned through and unsafe and unstable, we just pulled crews out and said, we're gonna have an exterior defensive fire operation.
Deputy Chief Jason Miner-Shagan says it was a somewhat difficult fire to fight. It took hours, lots of tools, and several departments to put it out and get to hot spots.
It was extremely hot. Right up in the front of the garage, it was so hot that it actually buckled and melted the asphalt. One of the hose lines that was relatively far from the actual flame, just due to the heat, that radiant heat from the fire actually burned through the hose line.
He says the family of 5 wasn't home at the time, but wants to remind other families during National Fire Prevention Week to have a plan.
As quickly as this fire spread and as rapidly as it was moving, waiting until the emergency to plan that escape and to have that escape plan and know your way out of the house is not the right answer. You want to be able to know a plan, to have a plan, to practice the plan, especially if you've got young children.
And even though they don't know the cause yet, Miner-Shagan says it's important not to leave anything unattended in the kitchen and check on fire-prone areas in your home, like heaters.
We recommend that you have it serviced at least once a year. Going into this fall time, as you're starting to get those turned on, is a good time to do that. Same for your fireplaces. You want to make sure that you're cleaning the flue.
Deputy Chief Miner-Shagan says it's also a good time to check your smoke detectors, replace those batteries every 6 months, and get a whole new one every 10 years. Ann.
Thank you, Laura. 6 fallen firefighters from Missouri were remembered today at the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial in Maryland. Their names will be inscribed on a bronze plaque and added to the permanent memorial. Among those honored, St. Louis firefighter Rodney Hurd, who died from COVID back in June. Boone County Assistant Chief Brian Gladney, who was killed back in December while responding to a crash on I-70. Volunteer Battalion Chief Marvin Shaffrey of Cedar Hill, who died last November from COVID. And firefighter paramedic Craig Shormus of the Monarch Fire Protection District, who died in 2020 from cancer. Developing tonight, a person is dead after being hit by a car in South St. Louis. It happened just before 7 at the intersection of Gravois and Spring in the Tower Grove South neighborhood. Police tell us the victim was taken to the hospital where they died. It's still unclear if the driver stopped and what led to the crash. Tonight, a 15-year-old boy is in critical condition after being shot in the back. The shooting happened just before 8 tonight near Elm Bank and Cora in North St. Louis. We've asked, but police haven't released information on what led up to the shooting or whether they have any suspects. A pleasant fall evening in St. Louis. A chilly start. Our weekend ended with some mild weather after that. Meteorologist Jim Castillo is in for Scott tonight with a look on how the start of the work week is looking. Jim.
Yeah, really warm. You know, today it got up to about 74, and we felt that warmer afternoon after a couple of frosty mornings. That full moon tonight, it's a full hunter's moon. It's high in the sky right now. Not as cold tonight, overnight lows in the 40s, so still chilly, but not as what we've been seeing, which are a lot of 30s and even 20s outside of the city. So the frost advisories are to our south and east. Our next thing we're watching is moisture in Texas headed our way. Rain chances by Tuesday and Wednesday. More on that coming up in just a bit.
Tonight, Busch Stadium, all dark, all quiet. It's going to stay that way for the next 6 months. It's been 24 hours since the Cardinals were eliminated in the wild card round, marking the end of a magical season and an end of an era. Sports director Frank Cusimano joins us now with the emotional goodbyes in the clubhouse last night. Frank.
Well, and for the first time since 2009, the Cardinals were eliminated at home. Now, anytime you get beat in the postseason, it's emotional. However, last night was a bit more powerful. You see, it wasn't just an end of a season, it was the end of an era. Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina spent a combined 42 years in the big leagues, and each and every member of the organization wanted to hug these legends. As far as Albert and Yadi's relationship, pretty solid.
I'm gonna be his brother forever. You can ask for more.
Well, I think that's the relationship that you built, you know. God, the Lord allows those doors to be open, and that's a great relationship that you hopefully you built in this game with the success along the way. And I think that's something, you know, that I can say for 23 years. I built a lot of great relationship in this game.
Sad to see two legends go. It is, it really is. Yadi's just, you know, I don't know if we'll ever see a catcher like him again.
And it really was a rare display of emotion by the future Hall of Famer Yadier Molina. Back to you.
I know you'll have more on Sports Plus coming up, Frank. Big changes are coming to a St. Louis staple. For more than 60 winters, Steinberg Skating Rink has drawn big crowds. Now there are plans to reimagine Steinberg to become a top destination year-round. Forest Park Forever held an open house this weekend to get feedback on plans to transform this area. Ideas include a roller skating rink, food and drink options, and entertainment space.
This space is about 65 years old, and it's about at the end of its useful life. So we want to make sure the infrastructure is there, and then we can change out with seasonal activities.
If you missed Saturday's open house, don't worry, there are plenty of other opportunities to see the plans and give your feedback. The next opportunity is a virtual open house that's being held Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. The East St. Louis branch of the NAACP came to downtown St. Louis tonight for its annual Freedom Fund Awards banquet. It's the organization's biggest fundraiser of the year, and right now leaders are focusing on the November midterm elections.
The biggest effort, we're trying to get people out to vote. That's one of the big deals. And we're not just having it for the adults, we're having it for the youth as well. So we're in the schools educating the youth about why it's important to register to vote. And then we're getting out there, boots on the ground, and we're registering people. We're talking about mobilization.
And for only the third time in its 98-year history, a woman holds the position of president of the branch. Tonight, the Sunday night lights were back on at Lindbergh High School for the first time since the pandemic brought sports to a standstill. 5 on your side, Tracy Hinson was on the sidelines of a not-so-ordinary football game.
Marching band, check. Cheerleaders, check. Crews in Lindbergh, check. Everyone and their fans ready to cheer on the players.
We've never ever turned down a child, so it's primarily for children with cancer and other serious childhood illnesses.
But no kids took to the field last year or the year before.
We had to go virtual, of course, for the 2020, but we kept in contact with all of our, we call them our Sunday Night Lights heroes. We kept in contact with them. We did a parade last year, but we're back on the field this year, and it's wonderful.
Now that you know what Sunday Night Football is all about, let me introduce you to one of the heroes.
Playing for 5-6 years, then reffing for a year or two. Now I'm coaching for the rest of my life, probably.
Coaching for the rest of his life, a future his parents didn't know would be possible.
He has a brain tumor, an optic glioma tumor on the left eye, so he's very visual impaired.
In remission, he's been able to attend all 13 years of Sunday Night Lights games. According to his dad, the best part for Daniel is
being with all the other kids, and the younger kids and the older kids. Yeah. He's a people person, so Daniel's always been outgoing.
Gold team or green team, they're all heroes on the field. Tracy Henson, 5 on your side.
Organizers tell us Sunday Night Lights is recruiting more players, cheerleaders, and band members for next year. The flu is back with a vengeance.
We think this is going to be a bad flu season.
Tonight, a new super shot is available. But should you get it? Holiday Wars, Amazon Prime versus Walmart Plus. We break down which service gives you more bang for your buck.
You'll need a jacket in the morning, but not Monday afternoon. And then I'll time out the rain chances.
Tonight, tourists are being urged to avoid the main road through downtown Gatlinburg, Tennessee, after fire damaged several businesses in a shopping center. The fire broke out early this morning. There were no reports of any injuries, and the cause is still under investigation. Tonight, a new warning about flu season. Cases are already on the rise, and doctors fear it could be especially bad this year. Nationwide, CDC data shows cases are now 13 times higher than this same time last year. Everyone 6 months and older are urged to get a flu shot, but this year the CDC is recommending a new super shot for some.
The high dose shots are particularly recommended for those 65 and above. It's stronger in their body and it gives that immune system response that can help fight off the flu. Seniors should ask for that specifically.
Doctors say it's safe to get a flu shot and a COVID booster at the same time. Amazon is hoping to get a jump start on holiday shopping this week. The online retailer is holding its second Prime Day event of the year on Tuesday and Wednesday. The event promises hundreds of thousands of holiday deals for Prime members. Target just wrapped up its deal days. Other major retailers are expected to offer discounts to compete. This holiday season, there are options if you're looking to upgrade your online orders with a new membership. Both Amazon Prime and Walmart Plus are adding new perks to sweeten the deal. Consumer Reports sorts through both to help you decide which works best for you. Here's Mike Bush.
Although Teresa Vorsteg has been an Amazon Prime member for about 5 years, there are benefits even she wasn't aware of.
I do use Prime Video, but I'm learning about more perks that I'm excited to use.
In the face-off between Walmart Plus and Amazon Prime, how do you know which one to choose? Walmart Plus costs a bit less, but they both offer free shipping, deals and discounts for members, grocery delivery, and some streaming music and video perks.
Walmart doesn't have a huge array of benefits that Amazon Prime does, but it has some good key deals that can really help regular Walmart shoppers.
Like on gas, something not offered by Amazon. You can save up to 10 cents a gallon at Exxon, Mobil, and Walmart, plus you can get member gas prices at Sam's Club. When it comes to streaming, both offer added perks. A Walmart Plus membership gets you a free subscription to Paramount Plus and 6 free months of Spotify Premium, while Amazon Prime includes Prime Video, Amazon Music Prime, and Prime Gaming. Additionally, Prime members get unlimited online photo storage and 5 gigabytes of video storage. Recently, Amazon Prime members received access to a free year of Grubhub Plus, which includes unlimited deliveries from participating restaurants with no delivery fee. CR says if you prefer the wider range of benefits, it might be worth to pay a bit more for Amazon Prime.
Bottom line is if you're a regular Walmart shopper, an annual membership can be worth it. Just make sure that you're realistic about how often you do shop there.
And Amex Platinum cardholders can come out even further ahead because cardholders now get free monthly memberships to Walmart Plus. For Consumer Reports, Mike Bush, 5 on your side.
Consumer Reports says if you're still not sure, both Walmart Plus and Amazon Prime offer 30-day free trial offers. Tomorrow is Columbus Day, a federal holiday. It means many banks and government offices will be closed. There will also be no mail. The holiday has become controversial in recent years because of the treatment of Native Americans following Christopher Columbus's arrival in the Americas. Last year, President Biden signed a proclamation declaring it Indigenous Peoples Day, but it did not end Columbus Day as a federal holiday. They were celebrating the traditions and values of the old country on the Hill today. The Italian Heritage Parade and Festival was held at St. Ambrose Church. This was the 154th year for the celebration.
We are the last Italian neighborhood in America that's still a neighborhood, that's still a solid neighborhood with the church as our anchor. We are the last in America.
Organizers say the demographics of the neighborhood are changing, with Italian Americans now only accounting for 50 to 60% of the population. Thousands turned out today for the Florissant Old Town Fall Festival. There was food, music, games, crafts. It was the 25th year for the event. Meteorologist Jim Castillo is in for Scott tonight. And Jim, we have rain on the way this week.
We do, and it's been increasing as we continue to look at the models. Even the amounts are getting a little bit more aggressive. and I'll talk about that coming up. But that time lapse today of St. Louis and that sunset, a beautiful one out there, and highs today at about 74 degrees, and that full moon, the full Hunter's moon, way high in the sky right now, and it is still 63 degrees in St. Louis. High today 74, 72 is the average, and 44 for that overnight low. So some areas again had a little bit of frost in southern Illinois, and it was more patchy there, but 52 degrees for that average overnight low. So we're going to see that a little closer to that tonight for sure. 63 right now, humidity 38%, and that south wind is still up a little bit. The south wind helps to bring in a little bit more milder air. So 48 tonight in St. Louis, might even be 50 in a couple of spots, 50 in Rolla, and about 47 Farmington, Shiloh, Illinois, about 45 degrees. So we're getting rid of the 30s for a little bit. High pressure slides onto the south and east, and around that area of high pressure, we'll start to see moisture out here southwest of us moving in our direction. But before that happens, it's sunny tomorrow. High temperatures about 80, maybe low 80s in a couple of spots, and a south-southwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Then watching this moisture in Texas, it heads our way and pushes in for Tuesday, and then we have a strong cold front coming from Canada for Wednesday. So 2 days of rain in here and showers, maybe a rumble of thunder here. This is Tuesday at 6:30 in the morning, and then through 8:30 in the morning, you can see that rain nearby. 2:30 in the afternoon, it becomes a little spottier Tuesday. Maybe a little break as we head into Tuesday evening, Tuesday night. And then here it comes again out ahead of that strong cold front coming in from Canada. 7:30 in the morning on Wednesday. Here is 10 o'clock in the morning. So can't really rule out rumbles of thunder and also some showers. And then we'll see this front come through here by late Wednesday. But out ahead of it, you can see here in the Futurecast, a chance of a shower or a thunderstorm in there is very possible. It doesn't look like any severe weather, but maybe a quarter to a half an inch of rain, something we haven't seen in many weeks. All right, the 10-day forecast showing temperatures tomorrow. Wouldn't be surprised to see some low 80s and sunshine. Then rain likely, maybe some thunder, and 70s on Tuesday and Wednesday. But those temperatures, again, in those numbers might be a little bit high. Then on Thursday and Friday, we clear up. We're in the 60s. And by the weekend, another chance of rain coming back into play. It looks like another strong system coming in.
We do need the rain. Jim, thank you. 'Tis the season for political ads. We verify the important endorsement a candidate needs before including music in their campaign commercials. Tonight, we're helping you know to vote with Election Day just 30 days away. If you haven't registered to vote yet, time is running out. Illinois voters must register in person or by mail by Tuesday, October 11th. Missourians have until Wednesday, October 12th to register online, by mail, or in person. Absentee ballot requests must be received by November 3rd in both states. For more information, go to the As Seen on TV section at KSTK.com. With the midterms quickly approaching, commercial breaks are becoming full of political ads. A Verify contacted our Verify team about something they heard in campaign commercials. Casey Decker has the answer.
We're in the heat of midterm election season, which means you're probably seeing campaign ads everywhere. One of our viewers, Teresa, had a question about music used in those commercials. Do candidates always need to get permission from musical artists to use their songs in ads? Teresa, let's verify. Our sources are the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, or ASCAP, and Daniel Schacht, a music law attorney. In the U.S., music is protected by copyright. If you want to use a song in an ad, you need to get a license. And just like the Grammys have separate awards for the songwriting process and the performance piece of that song, music licenses are similar.
There's the copyright to the recording itself. Whoever performed the recording or the record label will own that specific recording. And then whoever wrote the music, there's composition copyright. So the songwriters will typically own that.
Fights and delivers for our district.
To use music in a campaign ad or any other video, you've got to get both licenses. ASCAP says to get them, campaigns have to reach out to whoever holds the rights for individual songs. So who is that? Well, it depends. Some musicians hold all their rights. Some share them with labels or co-writers. Others have sold their rights away entirely. If the artist still owns their rights, then yes, a campaign would need their approval to use a song. If they don't own them, it's up to whoever does. So although many artists have a say in who can get to use their music, we can verify no, candidates don't always need permission from musicians to use their songs in ads. They only need to obtain a license, which can be controlled by anyone, although it is often the artist. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
We verify for you. Send an email, verify@kstk.com. Tonight, changes are coming to the NFL's concussion protocol. Both the league and the players' union have agreed to modify the rules following a joint investigation. It began after Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa appeared to have suffered 2 head injuries just days apart. It was found the protocol was followed. But language addressing abnormality of balance and stability has been added to the list of symptoms. It's the Great Pumpkin in the land of Lincoln. The TLC, this giant gourd required. Downtown St. Louis was a sea of purple this morning. It was for the 16th annual Families Run for Ovarian Cancer Rockstar 5K and 1 mile run walk. This was the first time in 2 years the event was held in person because of the pandemic. 911 dispatchers are not thrilled with the new safety feature on the iPhone 14. The phone's crash detection technology is automatically dialing the emergency number from people who are riding roller coasters. There is a simple fix. Put your phone on airplane mode before getting on an amusement ride. Oh my gourd! The Illinois Giant Pumpkin Growers Association found the largest pumpkin in the state outside of Chicago. The supersized pumpkin squashed the competition, weighing in at 1,760 pounds. This is an incredible fact. It grew 40 pounds a day, requiring 150 gallons of water every 24 hours. That is 5 on your side at 10. Start your day with Today in St. Louis beginning at 4 a.m. And now here's Frank Cusimano with Sports Plus.